Hey, how it's going on everyone? Today we are going to discuss about time complexity. As explained in our last video, time complexity is the time taken by an algorithm to execute. The time complexity for an algorithm is not given in actual units of time like seconds, minutes, etc. Instead, time complexity is a function which is given by the number of times the statements are executed in your algorithm. Now you might be wondering, why do we do so? The running time of an algorithm also depends on a machine, background processes, and even on the programming language which we are using. So we want to devise a method to calculate the running time which is independent of all these factors. Therefore, time complexity is calculated as the maximum number of times statements are executed. Consider this example. This is a pseudocode of finding sum of n natural numbers. Here, first we declare a variable sum. Now when we declare any variables or give any instructions which are already stored in a computer, it takes a constant amount of time. So let's say this statement takes C1 amount of time. And this statement is executed one time. Next we have a for loop. This for loop starts at index I equal to 1 and increments up to n. Now when I is equal to 1, this statement is executed and I is incremented by 1, and again this statement gets executed. This process happens until I gets equal to n. I becomes equal to n, this statement is executed and again I is incremented by 1 and I becomes n plus 1. Now when I becomes n plus 1, our for loop checks that it is greater than 1 and hence it stops there only and this statement is not executed. So whenever we use a for loop, it runs n plus 1 times while the statement inside it runs only n times. So let's say this for loop takes C2 amount of time to run once and it runs n plus 1 times. And the statement inside it takes C3 amount of time to run once and it runs n times. Next we have a return statement which returns the value of sum. As this is a simple instruction, it again takes a constant amount of time C4 and runs only one time. So the time function of this algorithm can be given by Tn equals to C2 plus C3n plus C1 plus C4 plus C2. Now when we calculate the time complexity of an algorithm, we always ignore the constant terms and only consider the highest degree variable. We also ignore the coefficient of the highest degree term. So here the time complexity of this algorithm is order of n. Take another example. Let's say we had an algorithm with a time function given by 2n square plus 3n plus 10. Again, we will ignore the lower degree terms as well as the coefficient of the highest degree term. We will only consider the highest degree variable, which is n square. So the time complexity of this time function is given by order of n square. Why are we ignoring these terms? For very large values of n, the lower degree terms as well as the coefficient of the highest degree term become insignificant. So we only consider the highest degree term. Now another question arises. Why is time complexity so important? Two students, Jack and Jill, were asked to solve the same problem of finding the sum of n natural numbers. Jack used the same algorithm which we just discussed and had a time complexity of order of n. While Jill, being the smarter one, used the formula sum equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. As this is a simple arithmetic calculation, this will take a constant time c and will run only once. So the time complexity of this algorithm would be order of 1. Now how does this matter? Let us understand this graphically. Our x-axis shows the n values and the y-axis shows the time. As the n increases, Jack's algorithm will increase linearly, while Jill's algorithm will give output in constant time. So, for very large values of n, say n equal to 10 to the power 10, Jill will be able to answer quite quickly than Jack. So this is why we need time complexity, so that we can design algorithms which are quick and can save us time. Thank you for watching this video.